YouTube 订阅教学，教您如何订阅金菩提宗师 YouTube 频道。订阅金菩提宗师 YouTube 能及时收到影片发布及直播通知。一起来学习怎么操作吧。第一步，下载 YouTube 应用，点开 Play 商店。苹果手机则是点开 App Store， 搜寻 YouTube， 点击安装。第二步，注册 YouTube 账号，
is to register
进
a
入
YouTube
YouTube 应
account.
用，
Go to YouTube app,
建立账户，
to set up
建
an
立个人
account.
账户，输入姓名、
Now you can
出生
input your
年月日、
name, your
性
birthday,
别，
gender,
自行建立 Gmail 地址，
and your Gmail address.
输入地址名称，
You can put the address here.
输入并确认您的密码，
Now you can
按下
enter
继
your
续，
password and confirm and continue.
输入电话号码，
Your phone number here.
收到含有验证码的
After
简
you
讯后，
receive the verification
使用
code,
该验证码
use
验
that
证您的手
verification
机号
code
码，
to
按下
verify,
继续。
then continue.
账号注册成功，
Now
步，
you have your own
订阅
account.
金菩提宗师
So
频
the
道，
third step is to
进入
subscribe to
YouTube
Grandmaster
应用，
Jimbodi's YouTube
在
channel. Go
搜
to
寻打
YouTube
出
app,
金菩提宗
search
师，
Grandmaster
选
Jimbodi.
取正确的频道，
This is the
进入
right
频道后
channel.
可以看到
Enter the
宗师各种
channel.
精
You
彩
will
的开
see
示
Grandmaster
与直播记
Jimbodi's
录。
wonderful teachings and live feed.
记得在频道按下订阅，
Remember to
并开
click
小铃铛，
subscribe and turn on all
接收各种通
notifications
知。
so that you'll receive
第
notifications
四步，
for all
快速
videos
看
and
到
live
喜欢
feed.
的开示内
Then
容，
the fourth step is
点击
to
影
quickly
片，
see
点
your
击倒
favorite
三
part
角
of
形
the
符
video.
号，
So go to the video and then
滑动
click
预
on the
览，
triangle, scroll down.
点击时间点即
If
可。
you click on that time code, then
如果
you'll
喜欢这些
listen
影片，
to your favorite part right away. If you like
点
this
赞，
video, please like
留言，
and leave comments.
分享给亲朋好友，
Share with your friends and family.
教会您身边的亲朋好友，
Teach your friends and
牵起他与
family
宗师的
so
缘
that
分，
they can
法布施，
establish a relationship
功德
with
无量。
Grandmaster Jimbodi. That will be immeasurable benefits and merits for you.
各位亲爱的网友朋友，大家好！
My dear friends, hello
今
everyone.
天又是我们这个祈福共修的
So
时间
today we'll have this chanting group practice
趁疫情
again
期间
during the
其实也给
pandemic.
了我们
Well,
很多朋友们
the
这个
pandemic
学习
actually
和修
gave
炼的时间。
a lot of our friends
那
an
在更
opportunity
多
to
的人如果没有
learn
这样一
and
个
practice.
进来禅修学
A lot of
习
people,
的
if
这
they
样
don't
一
have
个
the opportunity
这
to
样一个机遇的话，
meditate and
真的是
learn,
很多人闷在家里，真的闷
if
得
they
慌
have to stay home, it would be
就是说的不
really
好听，就有点
boring.
像坐牢房。
It,
坐牢房
well,
和
it
其实
really
在社
is
会里面
like
的
in
差别
prison.
呢，就是把你
The
闷在一个小
difference
地方不让出来。
between a prison or a
那这
home
种
is
精
just
神的压
you
力，
have to be
这种你
locked
的
there
身体、
and you
视
cannot go
觉、
anywhere.
听觉
And when you're
等
locked
等这些
in
压
a
力
room,
会让人觉得
you
非
know,
常的不舒服。
you feel
长
very,
久之
very
后呢，
uncomfortable
你
on
会出
even
现
your
精神
hearings,
和
your
这个
sight,
肉体的
everything,
一
your
些
mental and
生理感
physical
觉就是经常会有
problems
一
will
种不舒
arise,
服
and
的
you'll
病
feel
态。
very,
嗯，
almost feel sick and
那么
uncomfortable.
我呢也趁这个疫情呢，给大家
And So I actually took this chance of this pandemic to offer a lot of live feed. It sounds has nothing to do with, health or longevity and like the one I talked about, family precepts. It's just for everyone to learn more, especially during the pandemic, to be happier. And we can share some of the knowledges and my understandings of life. And so during this period, I received a lot of messages and letters, and they said they had benefited so much. Some maybe physically, some in relationships, some in their work or business. And so in many aspects, I think for us to have the opportunity to join all these classes and live feeds, congratulate you to have this opportunity. And so today, I'll bring some of their messages and letters. I'll share their stories with all of you. It's very necessary. Some people say, oh, I practice all day long and all the time. What's the benefit? So let's see what other people are benefiting. Sometimes they can inspire us. Okay, Joyce and Christine, could you share those stories with everyone? Said, okay. And Joyce said, well, Grandmaster said, oh, this afternoon I was in the Vancouver Center. I met a sister. I haven't seen her for quite a while. She used to be quite chubby, but now she's very slim and hair is like darker and her face is glowing and looks very good. And so I said, how can you become so well? And so she said, I practice every day, and every time whenever a Grandmaster has a live feed, I will always be there, and I join every single online classes. Other people, in the pandemic, they always worry and, they feel bored, but you look like 10 years younger. I just feel so happy. So this is just what I've just seen, this afternoon, and I've heard a lot of sharings and benefits. So Christine said, Xiang Dao, sister Xiang Dao from Singapore, and she has a video to share with us.
是师父之前，我本身心里比较追求物质还有名利，然后从我毕业之后开始工作，慢慢的我就发现我越来越不开心，脾气也越来越糟。我姐姐在认识师父之前，她患有很严重的忧郁症，脾气很坏很坏，所以在家里常常都是吵吵闹闹，到最后的地步就是我根本就在家里不怎么爱说话，然后也不怎么喜欢待在家，所以整个家庭就是很不和谐。后来我和我姐姐都认识了师父，都走进了菩提。
And then I came to Bodhi. My point of view, everything has changed. I'm not so focusing on material. I started to be grateful for everything that I already have, and I'm very contented. And my sister also improved a lot before. Because of depression, she had to take those medications for depression. She tried to reduce the medicine, but whenever she reduced, her temper will be extreme, and she would fight with the family members. And whenever she has anything unhappy, she will have she was through tantrums. And after she took an 8.5 days, she shared with us that she felt very different. And therefore, after she came back from the 8.5 days, she would practice 3 hours a day. After a year, she didn't need to take the medication, but she will not have those mood swings. And my mother also started to do Energy Bagua. She's 70 years old. Before, she always had back pain and, leg pain. Every night, I have to do massage for her because she had too many soreness and pain on her whole body, and she also had knee problem. For 3 or 4 years, she was taking glucosamine. It's a medicine, and only with that, her pain won't be too intense. But after half a year of walking Energy Bagua, all those pain and soreness has dramatically reduced. She walked continuously for a whole year. Her knee was completely fine, and her pain has disappeared too. And even like a stool of that height, she can step on it very easily. It's just like incredible. Because of Master, my family can be in harmony and be so happy. So during the pandemic, I can imagine that, this sister mentioned about her sister has depression. I heard many people, depression, has a family member who has depression. They ask what they can do. And usually their siblings or family members would have to, talk to them, arrange fun events for them, activities for them, so that the person with the depression won't always be in depression. But now, because of lockdown, and they always, recommend essential travel, and so it's very hard for the family. If one family member has depression, then the other family members would worry. And I've seen some international students, their parents saying, "Oh, the child is in another country and is separated in one dormitory." They worried whether they are safe when they go out to do grocery or do anything. And so when I hear this sharing, this sister's mother and sister, not only they get well, you see, her mother, all the pain has disappeared, and her sister can get rid of the medications for depression, and that really helps the whole family. And Joyce said, I heard some numbers here. So her sister depression was like 20 years of depression, but after practice Bodhi, only for 1 year she didn't need medication anymore. So 20 years versus this 1 year. And her mother, she had knee problem, glucosamine. Glucosamine is usually for people with knee problem. And that has also been 3 or 4 years with glucosamine. Usually it doesn't improve the situation, but after 6 months of Energy Bagua, it's dramatically improved. And after 1 year, she's completely like walking freely. And so Grandmaster says usually middle-aged or seniors, when they have knee problems, the doctor usually will say, well, walk less or don't walk, because otherwise it's very painful, and don't continue that wear and tear, right? But walk Energy Bagua, it healed the knee problem. Usually the doctors found it very hard to understand, and especially glucosamine. Yeah, she took 3 or 4 years of that medication. Yeah. it probably just temporarily relieved the pain, but it didn't heal from the root. But after she walked Energy Bagua, she didn't even need to take glucosamine. And the girl even said the mother can climb up this tall a stool. And so, of course, the daughter felt very happy and very incredible. And so one person come to Bodhi and practice, the whole family is benefiting. So Sister Xiang Dao, she benefited, her sister benefited, and her mother benefited. For depression, usually there's not much, not much medication that can really help. And sometimes medication also have side effects, right? And Christine said, Sister Yuanxue from New York Center, she also is sharing benefits for her whole family, including her mother. Well, I can't hear anything. Oh.
Hello everyone. I'm Yuanxue from New York Center. I like to share what happened on my mother. My mother is 88 years old. Thank you, Grandmaster, Buddhas, and Bodhisattva. She can look after herself mostly. But the beginning of last year, she started to have problem walking. Every time she get up, she cannot even walk one step. So she needs to, pat her bum and even massage her bum so that for quite a while before she can even take the first step. And at the beginning of the year, because of COVID, she dare not go to the hospital, and so she only put the plaster on her bum, and it wasn't very effective. And last year in December, end of December, the doctor sent her a lab test for her to check her blood vessels for dilation and constriction. But the miracle happened after I sponsored for Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra. That was in January the 7th. I completed the sponsorship in yushuhome.com. And then I see my mother came out from her room and she said, "No, I have no pain at all on my bum." And so this pain has been bothering her for a whole year, and it was like instantly disappeared, and she's almost like back to youth. And so she also put off the lab appointment for the blood vessel dilation. She wanted to wait until COVID gets better. And from January the 7th to now, it's almost 20 days now. Every day I ask her, how do you feel? She would say, "Oh, thank you, Grandmaster and Bodhisattva. I'm completely fine now. Thank you, Grandmaster. Thank you, Bodhisattva and Buddhas. That's really amazing. Thank you." Wow. That's wonderful. Wow. This is very rare. So this is after she sponsored Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra. Her mother's sciatic pain stopped. It's like instantly disappeared. This is really a miracle. Before, she couldn't walk and take the first step. She needed to massage her bum for quite a while. And right after she completed the sponsorship, her mother was able to walk out of the room. And even
now it's already 20 days. She doesn't have that pain anymore. It's very, very unbelievable. And when I hear these sharings, I'm very happy. So I like to praise the sister Xiang Dao, the first sister from Singapore. She shared her sister's story and her mother. So these three prizes are for Sister Xiang Dao, for her mother, for her sister, and herself. So these prizes and our Dharma gifts, I hope that they will be blessed, they will be protected, so they will be safe and have good fortune. So these are for Sister Xiang Dao. And I would also like to give this present to Yuan Xue sister and her 88-year-old mother. This Energy Bagua belt, actually, if you're working or just doing housework at home, first, it can help you to reduce fat on your abdomen. And secondly, it can reserve your stamina. And thirdly, it will prevent your spine to get injured. So this is for her, and I want to give something for her mother too. This chanting bead, this is a wooden chanting bead for her mother to chant at home. And this Energy Bagua belt for Sister Yuan Xue to use every day and when she walks Energy Bagua. And Fu Jianzhen also has a sharing from Los Angeles. From San Francisco. She said her name is Fu Jianzhen. She just had knee surgery 2 weeks ago. It was supposed to do last March, but because of the COVID, because of pandemic, it was delayed for 6 months. And after the surgery, the doctor said, your knee has very seriously worn. You originally we were thinking of replace your knees because your bones are like rubbing at each other. It would be very hard for you to recover. And after the surgery, the whole knee was swelling terribly. She said she couldn't bend at all. And whenever she moved, she could feel the shattered bones are like the broken glasses, and it's very painful. But she she took the online chanting class. So at the beginning, she can only chant when she lie down, because that was 20 days after the surgery. So she could only lie down to chant, and eventually after some chanting, she eventually can sit up. And after about 10 days, all of a sudden, she can put her knee back and she can bend her knee, so she could even sit cross-legged. Yeah, both her knees. And the knee pain has dramatically reduced too. And so a few days ago, the physiotherapist came to do training for me and asked me how I was doing. And I said, much better. And she said she doesn't have that excruciating pain anymore. And then the physiotherapist spent a whole hour to test me. She asked me to do all different kinds of movements, and I can do them very easily. And the physiotherapist was very astonished to see that she's continuously saying, wow, you're so wonderful. Last week I saw it was still very serious. How can you recover so quickly? It's just unbelievable. And she said she applied for more physiotherapy for her, but now she said, I don't need that many physiotherapy anymore. So now she said, I'm so grateful for all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and Grandmaster. Wow. So this is for the knee problem. It's a very serious wear and tear. And lots of people have these kind of problems, especially for seniors have this problem. Yeah, she has that meniscus injury. Yeah, usually after who should be considered senior? They were just saying maybe after 40 years old, you can say you're not young anymore. And some people say after 35. There's a sister in Vancouver. She said during the menopause, she has the osteoporosis, and the doctor gave her some medications, but the medication would make the pelvic bones damage the pelvic bones, and it will really heavily damage the pelvic bones. And so she had to stop that medication. But when she stopped taking that medication, her osteoporosis would get very serious. So she didn't know what to do. And that's when she started to walk Energy Bagua. After 18 months, her osteoporosis is back to normal. And she was so happy because otherwise, if she took medication, she would have to bear the pelvic bone, damage. And Grandmaster said, we're in Canada and North America. This is like a very developed country and very advanced in medical science, but the medication still damaged the pelvic bone. And it's such a dilemma, like either it's osteoporosis or the pelvic bone damage. And so she actually started that osteoporosis when she was in her 40s. And a lot of people she's probably very new in Bodhi. She just had the surgery last month, and she recovered very well. The physiotherapist was very astonished to see that usually this kind of surgery would have to take 4 or 5 months to recover. And usually people would have to, reserve for the next surgery to replace the knee with an artificial knee. And she didn't even need that many physiotherapy because she learned the meditation of greater illumination, of Bodhi Meditation, and she also took the online chanting class, and she also participated in online energy healing sessions. And so when all these healing methods of Bodhi Meditation work together, she recovered so quickly. So this kind of illnesses are very common in middle-aged people and seniors. As we are aging, maybe we can talk about how the bones have problems, like when people are starting to age. Could you maybe explain it with some drafts or some graph? Yeah, usually for a little kid, when they fall down, they can get up right away and no problem at all because their bones has a lot of elasticity. When it's osteopenia, you see now the holes are becoming much bigger. Now it looks like foam. Also, it becomes very brittle, and it can't handle any falls or break. And that's why a lot of seniors, if they fall, they have big problems. So when they fall, it's not just break the bones, it's like smash the bones. And so the bone can be completely smashed, and especially the joints is harder because it's very, very hard to put them together. And so you better practice as early as possible. So through these meditations and Energy Bagua, then we can heal ourselves to prevent the osteoporosis. This kind of unhealthy state with osteopenia, is it true for everyone, like all seniors? Well, most seniors would be like that. Sooner or later, they have this osteopenia. And Grandmaster said, Grandmaster Ren taught him before, when people get older, usually if your lack of energy, let's compare a child right after they learn how to walk. You both have children, so those children, when they just learn to walk, are they just walking very slowly, or they're actually jumping and skipping and or running? So young people, if I tell them to go and get that for me, they will usually run. They will not just walk over there slowly and get back. They usually will run and get back to me. And a lot of young people, a mother went away for a business trip. I don't know, maybe her parents were sick and so she had to go and, serve the parents. But her husband had to look after the little kid, and so her her husband took the video of the child. The child just watched a dance on the video, and the little kid danced for half an hour without stop. Her father was thinking that she must be crazy because she just has no reason, but she was jumping and dancing for 30 minutes. But because it's actually because the father usually don't look after the kid, and usually he was too busy working. So he didn't really understand that a kid is like that. Usually healthy kids are like that. Yeah, they just run and dance and jump all the time. Only when they were sick, they won't jump. Have you ever thought about, like, many kids like to play hide and seek. They really enjoy being chased and they have to run. They also enjoy running after you. So this is, they're very happy when they're, running. This is a very good way for children to increase their energy. After 60 years old, even after 35 years old, do you still run? Well, Joy said very rarely. Do you still run after 50 years old? Well, some people, when they walk up the stairs after 50 years old, they're afraid of walking up the stairs. Because some people feel like they don't want to feel old, but when they walk up the stairs, they feel that they must be old because they feel the stairs are not stable. And so when people are a little bit age, you don't exercise that much, you have like more afflictions, and these afflictions make you lazy and don't want to exercise, don't want to go to karaoke, you don't want to walk your dog. And so some seniors, they have a dog, a pet dog, but actually it's a pet dog is helping them. They think they're helping the dog, but the dog is helping them. And I have a suggestion for you, everyone. If your father doesn't want to walk, but he always have leg pain, then you can ask him to, maybe you can give him a pet dog and tell him that the dog needs to walk 45 minutes a day. And after 6 months, maybe your father will be able to walk just as fast as a dog. The more they walk, they will increase their energy, and they would have appropriate exercise for the knees, and they would increase their stamina, vital energy too. But at the beginning, they shouldn't run at once. So Grandmaster Ren told me a lot of people there are actually a lot of ways to increase energy. One of the best ways is Energy Bagua. It's so wonderful. A lot of our friends ask me, how long would it show good result? I'd like to repeat my answer. Well, maybe the minimum time is 7 to 12 days. Then you will have very clear improvement. You will already seen healthier signs. So if you practice an hour a day, it's only like 7 or 12 days, it's only 7 or 12 hours. And after you practice for a month, it's a very big result. And after 100 days, you are almost like transformed. You may already have new bones. A lot of people who cannot walk fast, they walk very slowly, where they have a lot of back pain, leg pain. After 100 days of Energy Bagua, now they can walk like the wind. I used to see Joyce's parents. At the beginning, they used to walk very slowly. I thought it's a pity. And so they asked me for some special ways. And I said, just walk Energy Bagua an hour a day. He thought I was just comforting him, but actually not. I was like the coach, and I said 1 hour a day. Yeah, and after 3 months, and Joyce said only after 1 month. Usually after 3 months, even young people cannot catch up with him. And so he take a walk with my sister and my sister's children. My sister's child is a teenager. Even the teenager has to say, "Oh, Grandpa, wait for me." Yeah. So he's increasing his vital energy. If he walks more than a year, the density of his bones will increase a lot, and even blood sugar, blood pressure, and cholesterol. These numbers and many other issues, like have to go to washroom at night too many times. All these issues will be reduced or healed.
就是到老年之后就很多多，这个多的原因是因为能量太少。
People when they age, they have excessive, maybe too much high pressure, blood pressure, blood sugar, cholesterol, or going to washroom too much. But when you have increased vital energy, then our body will have a balanced state in yin and yang. And in the secret code of Energy Bagua, the book, this is a book, The Secret Code of Energy Bagua. It says, in the morning, if you do not have to, if it is not like urgent, if it's not too urgent to go to the washroom, you don't need to go to the washroom. You can hold your rearing and walk Energy Bagua first. And then after the Energy Bagua, you feel like you don't need to go to the washroom anymore. Well, this in itself is a very good way to consolidate our energy. Grandmaster Ren said, when you discharge those U-rings, you actually also release a lot of positive energy. Have you ever heard about that? Even the U-ring has some positive energy in it. You know, there's a therapy for people to use earrings as a medicine to heal something. Have you ever heard about that? Anyways, so if you do that and increase your energy, then the quickest way through all my investigations, I've never found any other way that can increase our energy in the safest and quickest way. And as long as you can walk an hour a day, health will come to find you. Just walk according to the instructions, only an hour a day. According to the way I teach you, like just walk 10 days. If you commit to 10 days, you'll see miracles will start to happen. And even if you have knee pain or leg pain, don't worry. Even you can walk slower, but still walk. Continue to walk. That Miss Fu Jianzheng. I'll give her a present too. I'll give you this, my painting has turned into a scarf. So this is the 3D world. I hope you will be able to walk faster and faster. I know in San Francisco there's a lot of wind, and with the wind, the scarf will look beautiful. I hope you'll enjoy good fortune and wish fulfilling. I'm sure there are more sharings. So there's a Jackie on Facebook also shared his or her story. So one Sunday, he or she came to Grandmaster's chanting group practice, and in that chanting, Grandmaster also did energy healing. So he was, when he was receiving the energy healing by Grandmaster, he smelled something was burning, because Master was doing the healing while burning the newspaper. And so he said, his wife came to ask him, "Oh, do you smell something burning?" And he was very surprised. How can it be? I'm watching Grandmaster's healing and chanting group practice, and I'm using earphones. And so his wife didn't hear, and she wasn't watching. But her wife also smelled the burning smell. Did they cook something and were burned? So they went to check everything. Is it because some electronics are burning, or somebody else is burning papers around? But no. And so he was very happy, and her wife was very happy. It must be the energy from Grandmaster's energy healing came to them, and so they received the healing. So burning the newspaper, burn away all the illnesses and all the bad things, and so they felt very light and relaxed. So this is a sharing from Jackie.
还有很多网友都是很多这种就是。
不是这个怎么解释呀？
But how to explain this? Yeah.
能量的传递吧。
It's probably well, the energy just received, and so Christine said the heaven will know it. A lot of people receive Grandmaster's energy healing, and when Master was doing the energy healing through using a potato or whatever, and they all felt very effective. Yeah.
那我们也给这位网友哈 Jackie 哈也会送礼物哈。
I will also give Jackie a present.
礼物
Jackie's present.
送 Jackie 一饼我们的普洱茶哈。
I'll give him tea cake. Yeah, Pu-erh tea. It has already been kept for a few years. The longer it's kept, the better it is. It can actually help us to solve a lot of problems for like digestion problem or high blood pressure, cholesterol, high cholesterol. And because the tea can get rid of a lot of grease or fat, and if you eat too much food and grease, and then you can get obesity. But with this tea to help you to release all those fat, then it will help you to be more fit, and it also can make our stomach warmer. Well, including adults, but especially children, after like a dozen days or 10 days, they need to cleanse their body. They need to eat some food that can help them to cleanse, like the burned, steamed buns, and actually also Coke to help with the digestion. But the safest way is to drink Bodhi Meditation's Pu-erh tea, so it helps the digestion. And, or you can have hearthorn, so it helps with the digestion and also release a lot of this the blockages in your body. As long as, so the safest way to boost this digestion is our Pu-erh tea. And the longer you keep it, the better it is. So this is a present for Jackie. And so he smelled the burning newspaper, and his wife also smelled the burning newspaper. I wish your whole family healthy and happy. And yeah, well, he definitely has very good connection with Grandmaster. And there are many very happy stories. So next is from Korea, Sister You-yuan.
스승님 안녕하세요.
Hello, Grandmaster.
저는 한국 서면센터에서
I'm You-yuan from
봉사활동하고
a
있는
Korean
우원이라고
center,
제가 제
West
삶을 이렇게
Center.
봤을 때
When I look at my life,
스승님을 만났더라면 하는
if
생각이
I can meet Grandmaster when well, in my lowest time, it would be so wonderful. But I'm already very fortunate to be able to meet Master at this time. I'm very grateful for Grandmaster. Before,
너무 뾰족뾰족해가지고
I was like a very sharp knife.
뻑하면 칼질해가지고 했던 칼잡이였습니다, 제가.
And I always hurt people.
근데 지금은
until I met Grandmaster. And this knife has been melted by Grandmaster's compassion.
느낌이 듭니다. 재작년
in 2019 on a chanting class in Songting. Those young disciples came back from the Taiwan youth meditation camp, and they are sharing their gratitude to Master. When I look at them, wow, I was very touched that, well, they're so young, they can already meet Master. And I have 2 sons, so I had a wish. Well, I pray for Grandmaster, Buddhas, and Bodhisattva to bless my sons so that they can establish connection with Master as early as possible. Only when they follow Master, they can have a wonderful life. And after I had this wish, the children, they just are busy with their own stuff. But I found that they are they start to be able to deal with their difficulties easier. And I was very happy about it. I'm very grateful for Grandmaster. My elder son is an opera actor, and because of pandemic, they cannot, perform the opera, and he didn't dealt very well with his crew, so he left the crew, and this should be a big, setback for a young people. But he just took time every day and to practice purity, to adjust himself.
그게 스승님의 보리 청정법 덕분에 너무 잘 견디어내고 있더라고요. 그래서 그런데다가
and later he even applied to be a volunteer at the center.
본인이 얘기를 했었어요. 그래서 이게 그 원장님한테 말씀.
With the help of all the teachers.
여러분의 도움으로.
He has already been volunteering in Darling Center for 6 months. He now loves Master even more than me, and he understands Master's teachings even more profound, more deeper, and so I even need to learn from him. You see, I only made a prayer in front of Grandmaster, and my son has had such a major change. There's no words can express my gratitude towards Master. Thank you, sincerely. Thank you, Grandmaster. I hope the pandemic will disappear, will be over soon, and I will be able to see you, Grandmaster, in my center. I miss you, Grandmaster. I love you. She's a very lovely mother. Do you understand her benefit? So first, she felt that she's not as hurting. And her Dharma name is Youyuan. This Dharma name is really helpful because it means like more harmony or rounded. And after she learned from Grandmaster, she felt that Master's compassion has affected her, and she's not like a knife anymore. And well, when we look at her, she seems to be such a lovely and tender mom. And she also mentioned about her son's improvement. Her son used to be an actor for operas, but because of pandemic, they don't have any performance. But his son didn't get depressed. Instead, he went to volunteer at the center. So for a young man to have such an understanding, it's so wonderful. Wow, look at the mother and son. Wow, his son is very handsome because he's an actor, and he's volunteering at the center, and he was very happy volunteering at the center, and he was very polite and make everybody at the center very happy. So experience will be a very precious experience for her son. Well, Joy said, Grandmaster mentioned about Energy Bagua will help a lot of benefits of Energy Bagua, and I saw many people's sharings on the YouTube. Mu Yuhong from Anshan Center, he said, for this year, I practice Energy Bagua 2 hours a day in the morning and in the evening. Before, his blood sugar was 16.8. Now is 6.1. Now it's 6.1. It's very normal. And he felt that walking Energy Bagua is very easy. Like, yeah. Well, if blood sugar is so high, it could lead to diabetes, and it can cause many different problems. Yeah, there will be a lot of problems. How long did he practice Energy Bagua? He has already walked altogether now. It's 1 year. Only after a few months, his blood sugar has already been back to normal. And Mu Yuhong has another benefit in this year. She also is taking a lot of online classes, and she already followed Grandmaster's classes for a year. So her ulcer and has already been healed, and she even had spontaneous fasting from 63 kilograms to 30. Well, she lost a lot of weight, and her blood sugar get lower so much, and she got fasted. And she lost 15 kilograms after taking those classes, and so it's completely different figure now. She had to go and buy new clothes, and especially the belt needs to change a new one, and a lot of the from 63 kilograms to 48 kilograms. She just left this message just now. She just left this message on the YouTube comment. So anybody who had benefited from our practices, you can leave comments right now. So congratulations, Mu Yuhong. Probably it's a lady. Wow, lost 15 kilograms. Wow, congratulations. You admire that, and I'm very happy for that too. I will also give her a prize, my aged Pu-erh tea. Hope that she will be healthy and beautiful and enjoy long life for Mu Yuhong. Thank you, Grandmaster. Okay. What about the next? So just now was Sister You Yuan and her brother. So they improved their, their characteristics and temperament, and there are a lot of our friends also improved in their relationship and in their mental state. And I'd like to invite Master and all our friends also to watch this video. Sister T Miao from Taiwan. I was adopted at birth. My mom's upbringing has influenced me a lot. She was really strict. And that's how I've been raising my daughter. She's very strict. I put a lot of pressure on myself. When I thought I'd done quite well, my mom would disapprove and tell me to do better. She always wanted me to do better than other people. And she'd say, my future depends on it. That's why I hated her sometimes. But when I managed to do better than my classmates, I couldn't help but admit that I actually love her. Sometimes when I had to cook for my mom, I felt really angry. It's annoying. I have to cook for her again. Cooking for her was scary. If I did badly, I get criticized. Once I cooked her a meal and she got really mad when she saw it. She said, "What's this? I never taught you to cook like this." That was when I got home from work. My husband asked her to cook me a meal to make my life easier. She was really excited when I got home. "Mommy, dinner is served. It's on the table." I put my chopstick down when I saw the food. She also had a puzzled look. "What's this?" I asked. "The egg, the chicken, and the vegetable are all white. Would you eat something as bland as this?" That was what I said. She didn't cry in front of me, but I knew she cried in the bathroom. Then she came back and said, "Mom, I'm sorry. I'll make your food more colorful next time." She apologized to me. At that time, I didn't think I did anything wrong. I was very stern and strict with her. I never hugged her or held her hands. I never hugged her. Like, I thought about it. Why was I like this? Even when I was little, I hated hugs and kisses. I thought saying "I love you" and giving encouragement sounded so fake. I really didn't like that. I was cold to people. Maybe I love you in my heart, but I don't like to express it. Before I joined Bodhi Meditation, she started complaining a lot. Like, "Why always me? Why don't you ask my brother to do it?" I was quite worried about this. Still, I behaved like a typical parent, and I expect her to do everything I said. That was my only way of being. Since joining Bodhi Meditation, I've been listening to Master's teachings. Master taught us to repent, be grateful, and always be compassionate to our family and the people around us. Most importantly, Master taught a lot about parenting, and even mentioned the problems he had with his own children. Many problems are actually caused by parents. I started to slowly realize my problem. 6 months later, I joined. I asked her if she'd like to come along. While driving to the center, I apologized to her. I told her I'd hurt her feelings with my words. I know that my words were extremely hurtful. They were not what a mother should say to her child. I thought just apologizing to her wasn't enough. I needed to do more, so I repented in front of Guanyin Bodhisattva. I needed to do it because I thought it could not be fixed with just an apology. I thought if I got her to join Bodhi Meditation, Master's power could make up for some of the mistakes I've made. She apologized to me about what she'd done wrong. I told her many things. I felt like I should be the one apologizing, because I failed to meet her expectations. I was wrong, not her. My daughter loves me, and I love her too. I love my mom, and my mom loves me too. We all know there was a huge gap between us, and it's Master and Buddha who helped close the gap. I could tell Master that I've been a good daughter to my dad, but I can't tell Master with confidence that I've treated my mom well. During the retreat on November 17, 2019, I was chanting the 6-syllable mantra to my mom. At that time, I reflected on myself, so I started offering lights to my mom and chanting for her. Like how my daughter was doing for me. Like, yeah. Now I tell my mom how my day was at school, and she advises me on how to deal with school issues. She says things like, "Well done" or "Good job." She also tells me what's on her mind and about her days at Jiayi Center. She tells me how happy she is and what new tasks she's doing, and then we encourage each other. I love you. I love you too. Say love out loud. And Joy said, actually, when we join Bodhi Meditation and learn from Master, we already are mothers, and we actually are very touched. And we first would learn to adjust our relationship with our family, with our children, like Sister Timiao. Before we come to Bodhi, well, actually, yeah, we did love our children, that's for sure, but how we express, how we communicate, and it could be not so good and could even hurt our children, and so make us really regret a lot. We'd like to maybe say a little bit about Sister Timiao's story. Well, Sister Timiao was adopted, and she said she actually loved her mother, but she dare not say with confidence that she is respecting and be filial to her mother, because her mother was very strict to her. And maybe because of this environment and because of how her mother treated her, her mother didn't know how to well express love. And so maybe she learned from her mom to be very strict to her own child and to the person who she loved, including her daughter. And actually, she hurt the people she loves even more. In our life, maybe we're not adopted, but whatever situation we had, or maybe our family was poor, or maybe the parents won't treat children equally, or I mean other situations, and it made us feel like I'm not the one who's loved, and maybe we'll feel very lonely, and maybe we'll feel that we haven't been well treated, and we haven't received love, and we need the love to heal. And so Sister T苗
也产生了这样的一些缺失。
maybe
对
also yeah had missed that love. Well, when the mother and daughter were loving, expressing their love to each other, I burst into tears, and you know, so this love was a lot, but they expressed it in a hurting way. And Sister T Miao, before, because how she grew up, yeah, well, so when I think about my children, I need to repent too. I was like that to my child before too. I remember I was working in the daytime. I was very tired. My son was a teenager at the time, and he even helped me to wash my clothes in the washing machine, and he was expecting that I would praise him, but I went to the, well, I went to check the clothes, and I found that he actually put my silk clothes in the in the washing machine, and I was outraged, and I said, "See, you washed my silk clothes, and it was dyed with other colors, and it was like you damaged my clothes," and it was like, oh my gosh, yeah. It's just like the daughter, Tila. Yeah, she cooked for her mother with some vegetables, with some egg, with some chicken, and her mother was like, threw the chopstick on the table and was yelling like, "How can I eat that? It's all white." So they had such a good intention. If the food was cooked by Sister T Miao's boss instead of her daughter, even if there's only one dish, and so white rice and white dish, of course Sister T Miao would be very grateful and will thank her boss. She will not pick her boss. Well, Grandmaster said, you both expressed very well. Well, Christine is crying, and I thought you're just, feel sorry for her silk clothes. And well, Christine said, I felt so sorry for my son. And well, yeah, you can buy 100 clothes, but you cannot make it up for hurting your son's heart. And Grandmaster said, let me analyze your day. Maybe you had busy working for a whole day and you came back from work, whether you're working or studying after being tired working for a whole day. When you get back home, usually you are like very easily irritated, and you all are like, you just have that kind of energy inside. You're trying to find any chance to release it. And at this time, your son irritated you. Okay, you wash my clothes, but you wash my silk clothes in the washing machine, and I can never wear that anymore. And you never thought, as a mother, this is a very positive way for the child. He was only 10 years old, and he was washing your clothes, and you are blaming your son. That's why your son doesn't want to wash clothes anymore for a whole year. Maybe he would only wear leather clothes because he doesn't need to wash, because he was seriously, frightened. You were just releasing your, that kind of energy, bad energy, and you didn't even realize. When we haven't being well cultivated ourselves, I noticed I was like that too. You just have this kind of irritation, and maybe it's because of your boss blamed you, or maybe criticized you, or maybe your colleagues said something too sarcastic, and the whole days of hard work, and whatever unpleasant things happen, then you will release from there. Especially your child is a weak person. They cannot fight with you. You see, in the United States, they always kidnap those young children. They will not kidnap a murderer. They will not kidnap a soldier or something. And those who were kidnapped or killed usually are young girls, little girls. And so Christine, you use your son to release that energy, and now you finally have an excuse to sort of, relieve. And Sister Qimiao from Taiwan, she was like, threw her chopsticks and said, how come you cook a dish without different colors? Yeah. For such a girl, she cooked for you and 3 dishes. She's already very good. I never remember that when I was that young, I cooked for my parents. So if you criticize her, you're just too mean and strict, and you missed something in your life, and you always felt that you were wronged, and you always have that kind of mindset, feeling like you have missed something. You want to make it up, and when you come back home, you found that your child is the only one who can you can release your energy. I would recommend you to release that bad energy to a gangster, and then you won't be able to see tomorrow's sunrise. I remember I fight with my mother. And my mother was in tears, and she said, you just, you see that I'm weak, so you are fighting with me, right? Why don't you fight with a soldier? Yeah. So you just choose whoever is weaker, then you will release your bad energy over there, your stress, your pressure, and your afflictions. Last time I had a painting. I said, wow, this is so healing. And a girl said, this is so beautiful. And she said, this is so healing. And when you're watching my painting, you feel it's healing. Everybody thinks that you're a sick person, and so you always feel that you had been wronged, and you unintentionally maybe will find someone. Before you have a child, maybe you will always blame your husband. And then if you fight with your husband and your husband will fight back, then you will go to release that energy to your child. This, as parents, is a kind of mental illness. So this is what people would call... What would people say for this kind of people? Joy said, sick. Yeah. Well, this is not good. As parents, if we choose our children as a garbage can to throw our garbage there, but if the child receives so much garbage, what can they do? Like Tila, she can only go to the washroom to cry, and then will come out and apologize to her mother. This child, wow, can't believe. Yeah, she actually is a very good student, even in school and in every field and aspect. she will grow up to be a very good student, but she has also learned to be, but she also has accumulated a lot of garbage, and she may turn into a mean person too, because her subconscious would always say, well, mother's love, it's just, no, it's nothing. As long as you're not punished by your mother, it's good enough. So there used to be a little kid who wrote me and said, please release my mother's soul. And so I answered, where do you want me to send her? He said, oh, send to the Western Pure Land. And she said, wherever. So I asked him, what did you do? What did she do? And he said, my mother always blamed me. Like, if I have good marks, she would blame me. When I have bad marks, she would blame me. She's like a stepmother, but she's not a stepmother. I checked my birth certificate. She is my biological mother. And so I asked him, does she do the same? Will she sort of be wronged in her work, or somebody would treat her badly in her work, or maybe with your father? Oh, that's why she was wronged in her work, and she would be treated badly in her work, and then she would throw all these garbage to the child. And so the child said, but what can I do when she threw all these garbage to me? And so I told the child, well, just forgive her. She hasn't come to this class. She didn't know that she's actually doing something that is very bad, and you're treating your children so badly. She threw all the stress to her child. Her love towards a child is expressed in a way of punishment. This is not love. This is hurting. Yeah. And so a lot of child, when they grow up, they say, oh, I have to go to university so that I can be away from my home. The further, the better, because they feel whenever they are at home, they're being hurt. I met some people from Taiwan and Singapore. They told me, they give me an opportunity to go and leave my home. They are not children, actually. They are already 40 years old. They had been punished too much, like excessive punishment by their mothers. They cannot rebel because they are very kind, but they have another extreme kind of rebellion. They just leave. They will escape and leave the family. When they escape, when they have set up their own family, a lot of people would think, oh, now I have my own family, now it would be good. But no, this will, because his or her parents were like that, so it's like his or her textbook. So he will do, or he or she will do the same to his or her partner and children. When they say, for example, it's her, if she did too much to the husband, then maybe the husband will go away. And what about the children? The children would like, definitely trying to go to another school in another city or even another country so that I can go away, because they're so afraid to be with her. Like 20 years ago, so the children will always want to leave such a place that always bring the harmful feelings to them. So our parents' wrongdoings will actually bring harm to the whole family, to the children, and it's like it will split the whole family, and it will. What kind of impression or influence will you bring to your child? he will probably be exactly the same or even more. He would, the child may even add more interest and even throw more garbage to his or her own children. And maybe they were not only criticized, but even beat their children. But who will be the one who are hurt? It will always be the person around you who you love. So if you are a parent like that, you need to change. And so some parents would say, well, I'm just like kind of parent. What's that to do with you? But I mean, if you're hurting others, I would say this is a kind of sickness, and this will even expand to other people, and people around you will have to go and leave you forever, and that will be the result. So this is a sick state. You need to change. And I found some children, when they really are very obedient, very understanding, and they have good success, usually their parents are very gentle. They very rarely, the parent would beat them, and they're very gentle. And those children will be very understanding and have really great accomplishments. And so the calmer the family, the better the children. And yeah, in those family with a lot of conflicts, well, anyways, this Sister Qi Miao and Qi Lang, they are very fortunate to be able to learn from Grandmaster, and everybody today also are very fortunate to learn from Grandmaster. You see that mother and daughter also learn to hug each other, and Sister Qi Lang also felt that she hated hugs and kisses when she was even a little child, before she had already been influenced by this kind of, lack of love expression. Yeah. But now the good thing is that it's already corrected, because Sister Qi Miao is now changing, and she apologized to her daughter, and she heard a lot of teachings, Grandmaster's teachings about parenting, and so she said, oh, Master said a parent should be like this, should be do this. And so Grandmaster says, my suggestion is that please start from your heart, your mind, understand your family, your children, your husband. Once you have the right understanding, then you can express in the right way, like I mentioned before, the right heart, the right words, and the right deeds. So you have the kind heart, so you have the love, and you need a good expression, so that's kind words, and also your actions, so kind deeds. If you have kind words and kind deeds to express appropriately, then you are expressing your love in the right way. Yeah. So if you express the love in a warm way, then the whole family will be happy and in harmony. Before, Sister Qi Lang will not tell her mom about her life in the school. Now, mother and daughter are having better relationship, and then they will tell each other their days and what happened in their daytime. And a mother would also encourage her to even praise her and say good job, or yeah. Grandmaster said, before I reminded parents, besides, well, if you have that love in your heart, well, maybe in your heart you have maybe millions of love, but when you express it, you need to be very careful. you need to treat your child as treating your neighbor's child. So then you'll be more tender, more polite, and warm. You will not beat your neighbor's child, right? You usually would say, oh, do you like this candy? Oh, you look so beautiful, or you look so handsome. Oh, wow, you're so smart. So you will have a lot of praise, and your children will feel very happy. Oh, last time, you see, I had 70. I got 70 last time, and this time is 75. So I've already got encouragement by my parents, and so they want to do better. And some mom will say, oh, when I was your age, I always got 90. And so then the child would feel, oh no, I will never be able to be better than you. So they don't want to get better. And so the way you treat them, you need to be more gentle. And so this is very important. Just like when you're cooking, people who are very good at cooking, with the same ingredients, what they cook would just be so delicious and with beautiful color. But those who don't know how to cook, they actually they're like wasting the ingredients and the material. And so the way to do it is very, very important. So now we just take this opportunity of Ti Miao and Ti Lang sharing their stories to remind every parent to treat your children with the right way. And I also remind my young disciples, they're very young, they have very strong energy. So it's very easily for them to be emotional, right? But they did very well. I always remind them to watch their emotions. In Tibet and in Nepal, in the temple, they always draw the third eye. It's actually in our forehead, the third eye. That third eye is the wisdom eye, the observation, for perfect observation. What to observe? To observe the ups and downs in our mood swings. Cultivate. We're not changing others, but changing ourselves. So first of all, we will try every single way to manage our emotions. You need to heed, oh, did my anger arise? And a lot of times, a lot of people didn't realize that they have been irritated, and oh no, it's only like fighting for some chicken, and then there's some people come and persuade, and then eventually it even leads to a killing. Only when they're sentenced to something serious, then they regret, oh no, how come I didn't calm down at that time? We didn't have too much, grudges, and we were even good friends or good neighbors before. How could we did that? So in the United States, they have a crime research center or institute or something. They did a lot of psychological research. A lot of the ladies who committed serious crime was in their menstrual period or menopause, when they were out of control. They probably haven't met a master like me, and nobody would remind them to watch their emotions, what their third eye is watching. It's not for predict the future of the world. It's for watching and observing the ups and downs of our emotions. If we can do this part well, it would be amazing. And so if we notice that, oh, actually, I'm a little bit irritated, or maybe we feel like, oh, today I'm a little low, or if you observe that, then if you feel low, then you can search online for some, fun stories or maybe your favorite singers' songs. And if you're irritated, you noticed, and so maybe you can listen to chanting, or maybe look at the water, look at Master's picture. Maybe if you look at my picture, you will get even more irritated. Or maybe you go watch the snow. Later, I will show you a video of snow. So if you are irritated and then you try to calm down. That's wisdom. And so wisdom is not to conquer others, but to manage your own emotions. As a parent or teacher, if you're regularly out of control, then you're always hurting others, or you would express your emotions in a very inappropriate way. Or your children will say, no, you're not a nice mom. Chinese people will call them tiger moms. Some tigers are very powerful, but some tiger moms are very silly or stupid. They shouldn't. When they shouldn't blame, they blamed. When they're very silly or stupid even. Those powerful tiger moms is that they always they know the priorities, and they're like managers. Yeah. But there's a kind of stupid tiger mom. When they should not praise, they will praise. When they should not blame, they will blame. So they always do wrong things, and the children will not be educated well. Okay, we probably have talked a lot, or released a lot in this topic. Well, Joyce said, thank you so much. We're so grateful for Grandmaster to teach us intensively in this topic. So now we're going to give a present to Sister Youyan, the Korean sister, Youyan, and her son. So I'll give Youyan this silk scarf. So this is from the Sutra of Perfection. I write down part of the sutra, and I write it on the scarf. So I hope you will wear it and be pure and with wisdom. I'll give your son a present too. Wow, congratulations. I'll give Youyan's son this blue chanting bead. I hope your son will be successful in his career and also have a smooth career in the future. And T-Miao's change is a lot, and she dared to, show everybody her bad, behavior before, so that everybody can learn from it. That's very wise, a very good thing to do. So for T-Miao, I'll give you this golden veins. Silk scarf. I hope you will be more pure and wise to deal with your future life. And T-Miao's daughter. I've seen that girl before, when we were in Taiwan. They also shared how they help people to subscribe to Grandmaster Rinpoche's YouTube channel. They went to the street and asked everybody to subscribe, so they did very well. So, Sister Tilang, I'll give you this most beautiful silk belt, and I hope you will have more wisdom and more happiness. All right. Do you have more sharings? Let's watch Sister Feng Shu from Melbourne Center. My name is Fangsheng. I like to share with Grandmaster a very happy thing that happened in my family. My sister Mingzui is also a Bodhi disciple. She will soon retire in Malaysia. Last November, she always wanted to continue to work. And so in October at Medicine Buddha's birthday celebration, we lit a candle for her so that hoping she would continue to work. And in November, her company agreed that she can continue to work until March because her birthday is in January. Usually, she can only work until January, but her company agreed that she can work until March. And then when in January, she actually wanted to work more. On January the 3rd, on her birthday, my mother and herself also light candle for herself, praying that she can continue to work. And so on her birthday evening, and we also talked about we're going to sponsor Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra. We felt it's such an auspicious opportunity, and Grandmaster is granting us for this for the opportunity to accumulate merits. And so we already offered the light, and we also discussed about sponsoring the Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra. And then her boss asked her to go and discuss about her future work. And so she went there, and her boss said, you can continue to work in our company. We will cancel the agreement until March. We will hire you until the end of the year. But you will work 3 days a week. For her, like 3 days of work per week, it's already like overjoyed. And so she was very, very happy. Because she can continue to work. She doesn't need to retire. And after a few weeks, so we're going to process the sponsorship for Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra. And that day, in the morning, there's a job hunter who came to find her and said, oh, we know that you're going to retire. Would you like to talk with us about a new job? And so she phoned me and asked me to light another candle for her because she's going to the interview. She really wants to continue working. And so I offered the light for her, and so she went to the interview. And so she received well, and then the company said that, oh, they are very happy with her, resume and her experience, and so they provided this new opportunity to her. Her whole family is so grateful for Grandmaster. So this sister, at the beginning, we heard, oh, maybe her sister received one new job, but we didn't realize that she actually got 2 jobs. Yeah, because she doesn't want to retire. And she sponsored Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra, and very quickly her sister got 2 jobs. So, wow, lucky person. Just for these sisters, right? Okay. These 2 sisters are very capable. This younger sister is in Australia, and elder sister is in Malaysia. So, okay, I'll give you 2 silk scarves, and you can decide who's going to get which. And Len Gao's sister also sent from San Francisco for the mother and son after they sponsor Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra. What happened to them? Well, Grandmaster, thank you. Grandmaster, after we learn from Grandmaster, even my family also benefit. about 2-3 years ago, when I get up in the morning, I found that I couldn't even walk because the lower back was painful. And so she went to the massage therapist, and whenever she does Energy Bagua Aerobics, she would even hear the sound from the lower back. And one day she was doing aerobics, the Energy Bagua Aerobics, and one day she doesn't have this weird sound anymore. It just healed by itself after she sponsored Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra. And after she sponsored Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra, her son had a promotion, increased his salary. Well, every time she listened to the mantra, she would feel very touched, and she felt there's a very powerful blessing. And she planned to do the sponsorship on her birthday for her family, to accumulate merits for her family. But before the birthday, she suddenly had a time, so she made the sponsorship before the birthday. And on her birthday, her son phoned her to celebrate her birthday and told her that her son's company increased 30% of his salary. That's incredible, because in the pandemic, the airlines and the tourism has been heavily affected. And her son is working in the airline, and he was worried whether he would be dismissed. But during the whole pandemic, the whole family was blessed by Grandmaster. And not only his son increased his salary, but also herself, her boss also increased her salary. So thank you, Grandmaster. Thank you for allowing us to have the opportunity to sponsor sponsor Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra. I'd like to also share my children's story. In the Seize the Fate chanting online chanting class, my niece applied for 8 universities, but she was always on the waiting list, and she was not the first in the waiting list, and she was almost at the end of the waiting list. And my sister Tishon listened to Master's Seize the Fate online chanting class, and we learned that even though fate was like predestined for some degree, but we can also do something to improve our fate. So we light candles and we chant for her. And my younger sister also chanted for her in Taiwan. After 5 days, a miracle happened. My niece was accepted by the Taiwan National Normal University, like Teachers University. And so her wish is fulfilled. So thank you very much. Thank you, Grandmaster, for granting her wishes. So I'm Lin Gao from San Francisco Center. And we're all very happy. So her son is a pilot. During the pandemic, usually people are so afraid of being dismissed, but he had a 30% increase in salary. And the mother and her mother's sister chanted for 5 days. Her niece was quickly accepted by the university that she wanted to go to. So it's like quickly, the merits from sponsorship and the merits from chanting. Well, yeah, usually if one good thing happens, you think, oh, it's just happened to be well, it's just you're lucky. But when one after another good thing happening to us, then it's not just lucky. So what blessings and what power has made it possible? It's very hard to explain, but this happens around us. Wow, that's wonderful. Well, because they have very good story and very good fortune, I'm going to give this present. This scarf for you, and this wooden fur bar would be for your son. So hope that he would be successful in his career and have a very good future. It's a Varsha peso. And Sister Yao Ming from Malaysia. Yao Ming from Malaysia Miaofa Center. Ever since I come to Bodhi Meditation, the migraine that she had for more than 10 years, and the sciatic pain for many years, and the irregular heartbeat for many years has been improved and getting to normal. And so now I'm having less afflictions, and I have better temper, and my relationship with my children are getting better, and my children's life is getting better. And so I'm so grateful for Grandmaster when I offered this longevity noodle and longevity buns to Grandmaster on January the 23rd, on Master's birthday. And unexpectedly, my business suddenly get boosted. You know, in the pandemic, usually only the first day and the 15th day of the lunar month, I can receive some small orders. I can, in a whole month, she can only earn about $1,000. But after she offered the longevity noodle and buns to Grandmaster, right on that day, she got an order for the longevity buns. And the next morning, she prayed for Grandmaster to bless her with more orders. And after 5 minutes, there's a phone coming in, and she received another order for 500 more longevity buns. And then she received more than 1,000 pieces of pastries, and usually for this quantity, it will take her at least a month to make that much money. But only within 4 years, she earned more than $1,000. Really, thank you, Grandmaster. Thank you for your protection and blessing. Thank you, Grandmaster. Wow, this is so fast. She made offerings to Master's birthday, and she prayed for Master to bring good business to her. Only in 5 minutes, the order starts to come in. I'm so happy for her. Usually, she can only make that much income in a month, and she made it in only 4 days. This is like so incredible. You couldn't even believe it, right? Wow, this is so auspicious. I'm so happy for you. Yao Ming. You're so good. I'll give you this golden vein silk stuff. Hope you will be healthier and you have better business, more prosperity. Let's see if there are any more questions, stories.
他的一个分享，是他迎请了少年菩提之后发生的非常令人欣喜的故事。
There is a very happy story after they have got the Bodhi in Boyhood painting.
我是来自新加坡禅堂的丹莲。我在去年的7月份订了一幅大的少年菩提，准备挂在我在马来西亚的家。因为马来西亚行动管制令的关系，少年菩提在去年的12月尾才抵达我的家乡。我的家人把它送去镶好框架后。
My family didn't receive the painting until December, and they framed the painting and hung it on the wall this January. My brother is a small merchant, and because of the pandemic and there are a lot of restrictions, he could not open his restaurant in regular hours, and there are very few customers. And customers cannot eat in the restaurant, and very few people call in to make orders. And so my brother actually closed his restaurant. On January 22nd, my brother hung the Bodhi in Boyhood painting on the wall, and the next day, a customer called to make an order. And in the next few days, there are more and more orders coming in. And my brother called me to tell me the good news. Thank you, Master, for giving us this very good chance. And every day when he sees the Bodhi in Boyhood painting, he is very happy. And thank you for improving his financial situations. Congratulations to Dan Lian and your brother. It's incredible. So we heard sharing from Melbourne, Australia, from Singapore, from Australia, from United States. There are people benefiting all around the world. How does your fortune all get so good in such all at the same time? If it's only one person getting a good fortune, then that could be a coincidence. But it's so many people. And what is this incredible energy that brings you such fortune?
还有我想说的是，刚才有这个分享的都是赞助莲花生大师心咒哈。
And the few sharings previously was for people who have sponsored Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra. The latest sharing that we heard is her benefit from Bodhi in Boyhood painting. And last year, when the painting just came out, many people shared the benefits that the painting brought. And when Master was painting, Master painted all his blessings and happiness and energy into this painting, so that everyone who has Bodhi in Boyhood hanging on the wall can receive these auspicious blessings. Thank you, Grandmaster. When we have these treasures that have been blessed by Grandmaster, when we have made a sponsorship, we have actually received the best energies, the best blessings from Grandmaster and from Buddha. We have these blessings around us. As a mundane human being, maybe when we don't have enough energy or fortune, we need to rely on the divine to help us to replenish our energy and our fortune.
其实师父在杂货铺里边也经常讲，就是说这些宝贝啊，哈，
In my Treasure Cove series, Grandmaster Jin Bodhi has talked about how these treasures can bring you wealth. Before, in this sharing that we just heard, before he hung up the painting, there was no orders. But just one day after he hung the painting, the order starts to come in. For myself, we painted the painting together. You all witnessed the process of my painting. Usually when I paint, I am under inspiration. Not every painting has a predetermined subject. Every time the inspiration is different. Sometimes I have a very simple drawing of several lines. If it's so simple, I wouldn't add too much to it because that's how my inspiration is. And sometimes when I paint, although the painting is already very complex, I wouldn't stop because my inspiration is still coming. I believe Bodhi in Boyhood shows my past, shows my growing past, shows my self-cultivation past. It contains all that. And I poured in all my emotions. And it also concentrates all your hope, all your wishes while you watch me paint. At that moment, as I painted, Buddha, Bodhisattvas, and my Grandmaster all blessed this painting. Wherever this painting is, it will bring you auspiciousness and success. And it will allow everyone who sees this painting will be successful in their life, and allow every family to be harmonious and happy, and allow every child to become a successful person and realize a good life. It contains all the auspicious meanings. That's how many beautiful inspirations and meanings are encompassed in this painting. We're usually very busy and we don't have time to investigate about the paintings. It's just these thoughts came around when Dan Lian shared about the painting. Dan Lian from the Singapore Center. I will give you this gold vein silk scarf. I wish you good health and happiness. In your comments, I saw someone whose name is Ji Shun. Jue-zhen, could you read her comment? Thank you, Master. I sponsored Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra for my daughter, and my daughter's employment status changed. Her work now includes creativity, and she can get off work at 10 p.m. and she doesn't need to work late into the night. And that's what I wanted. Thank you, Master. So she made a sponsorship in her daughter's name, and her daughter benefited immediately. This is a sharing that one of today's audience sent in the message. There are many benefits, and we can only read a few. Master, shall we give Ji Shun a gift? Yes, of course. Thank you. Ji Shun, that was very good. I'll give you this red mala. I wish you auspiciousness, and may all your wishes come true.
好，师父，接下来呢，那这个季节呢，就是非常的开心，对于好多家庭来说，又是
This is a very happy time for many families, and some families are nervous too, because many students are applying to universities. We are very happy. We're happy to hear that many Bodhi families have received the good news from very good universities. All right. First, let's hear from New York.
敬爱的师父，您好，我是您的弟子觉凡。
Master, hello, my name is 觉凡. I am your
我们家还有我身
disciple.
边的人都从
For so
您这
many
儿
years,
得到了无数
my
的益
family
处。
has
比如
benefited
说2年
from your
前，我先
teachings.
生 Peter
For example,
他
2
得
years
了
ago, my
前列
husband
腺癌，
Peter
然后
has
当时我们
was
都特别
diagnosed
害
with
怕。
prostate
后来
cancer.
就是
At the
在
time, we
波士
were
顿
all
菩提
very
禅修
scared,
一直点灯，
and we
跟佛菩
continue
萨祈
to
祷，跟您和
offer
药师佛祈祷。
offer
真的
light
是
at
感恩佛
Bodhi
菩萨和
Center
您的保
and
佑。
pray to you
我先
and
生
to the
手术非常
Buddha.
成功，
Thank you
一
for
直到
your
现在都
blessings.
非常
My
好。
husband's
那么今年
surgery
呢，
was
我们
very
又遇到
successful,
了生活
and
的一大挑
he had a
战，
very good
就是我女儿
recovery.
要在疫情
This
影响
year
的条
we
件
faced
下，
another
要申
challenge.
请美国的大
My
学。
daughter, under the
就是在
pressure
美国
of the
申请大学
pandemic,
呢，
needs to
简
apply
直是一
to
项
a
复杂
university.
的系统工程哈，它不光是
Applying
考试。
to the
我和我先
university
生都
in
没
the
在美国
United
上过
States
学，一
is
点
very
经验都没
complex.
有。就在这种情况下，
Neither
我们又
me
想到
nor
了
my husband
您
has
想到
attended
了菩提
university
禅修
in
的法宝
the
点
United
灯，
States,
我们就一
and
直
we
在波士
have
顿禅堂，
no idea
然
how
后
to
就
help
一直
her.
帮我们点
And
灯。
so all we can do
就
is to
是
light
谢天谢
to
地的，谢
offer
菩萨哈，谢师傅。
light
在
at
上个月
the Boston
中
Bodhi
旬的12月中旬
Meditation
的时候，
Center.
杨
And
洋
thank
就特
you,
别高兴的接到了
Grandmaster.
他
My
的梦
daughter
想大学，他最
received
想去的地方。就是
a
纽约
very
大
good
学的
news from
商
her
学
dream
院，他选的是
university
金融专业。
from
那
the
纽约大
University
学
of
的
New
金
York,
融专业，
and
好像
she
也
got
蛮好
into
的，
the
在全
business
美
school.
好像是排
I
第二、
think
第三的
it's
样子。
probably
就十分
ranked
的感恩师傅，我们
number
家
2
人
or
都
number
特别感
3
恩您。
in the
几
United
年前
States.
呢，杨洋
We
也参
are
加过马
very
来西亚的
grateful.
青年营，
And my
我
daughter
觉得
has
他会继续
attended
在您的
the
引领下
youth
成
camp
为一
in
个更加
Malaysia.
身心健康的人
I
的。
trust
感
that
恩师傅。
with your guidance, she will be
师父您
in
好，
good hands
祝
and she
您
will
生
be
日快
healthy
乐，法
and
体
have
安
wisdom.
康，长久住世。
Dear Grandmaster, happy birthday.
您好，我是 Peter。
师父, my name is Peter.
护佑我们，
Thank
引
you
导
for
我们
protecting
走
us.
向光明。
Thank you for giving us auspiciousness.
真的很好。
哦，
Peter, your Mandarin is
但
very
最重
good.
要的是啊，我们的小
But
姑
most
娘
importantly,
到了这个纽约大学商学院哈。
是，这
哎
是世界知
无
名
理介
的。
绍一下这个这个是学校的
纽约大学的政治商学院是极其难考的。
the
哦
business school in New
非
York
常
is very
领先的
difficult
世界级的。
to get
世界级
in.
的。
哦
It's
那
one of
它
the
的毕业生
best
大部分
business
都
school
是去华尔
in
街啊
New
就是
York,
最
and a lot
最
of
一流的这种
graduates
金融
would
机
work
构
in
哦
the
真
Wall
的是金
Street.
饭碗的地
也就是
方。
出来就能挖很多黄金出来。那肯
When
定
you
抢手啊
graduate from the
对
school,
其实
you
很多
will
大学的商
probably
学
you
院都
can
是很紧
dig
张哈
dug out a
对
lot
包括
of
纽约
gold,
大
right?
学啊
对，
哦
很出名，很难
The
考，因为竞
University
争
of
非
New
常的
York
激烈。
is very
哎，所
difficult
以
to
就
get
是杨
in,
洋
and
他
there's a
真
lot
的
of
我也可以
competition.
说他很幸运，但是也是很优秀。
I wouldn't say that Yang Yang
他
is
的这
just
个优秀
lucky,
也
but
是
she is
父母亲
also
对他的精心的教育。
对
那
have
也很
very
高兴，其实杨洋有机会
good,
前2年也去
have
到马来
very
西亚参加
has
过
a
我
lot
们
of
的青年
intelligence.
营。
对
在
I
那个青年营上就有
Yang
师
Yang
傅
has
鼓励我
participated
们
in
年轻人一定要
a youth
树立
camp
自
in
己的人
Malaysia,
生的目标
and
和志向。
I
然后
remember
还要
in
用
that
非常
youth
踏
camp,
实的
Grandmaster
品格
encouraged
品
all
质
the
去
children
一步
to
一步地
find
实
their
现这
goal
样的人生
and
理
to
想。
have the
所以
ethics
杨洋
and
也是就是
morals
很
to
受
realize
鼓
their
舞和
goal.
激励。
So Yang Yang was
我
very
的印象他
encouraged
在
at the
班上也
time.
是不吭不哈不说话
I
的
remember
啊
she
很
was a
不爱表
very
达的
quiet
可是
student
就这
in
么
the
厉害
youth
后
camp,
劲儿这么
惊
强
人，对。
but she
这才叫
has
一鸣惊人
proved
这个青
herself.
年营回去之后，真的是有很大的变化。
Master,
对，他
after
自己的
she
理想
went
非
back
常的坚定。
from the
因为
youth
后来
camp,
他
she
妈都不
changed
是
a
学
lot.
金融的嘛，
she has firmed her goals. Both her parents are now in the business industry, and she made a goal herself to get into business, and she studied on herself, and she doesn't need encouragement from her parents. The power has grown out from her heart. She has changed from an ugly duck into a swan. Congratulations. This golden vein silk scarf is for Juefan, the mom, and the golden vein silk scarf, the smaller one, is for your daughter. And also, there's another gift for Peter. All right, this wooden bracelet is for Peter. May your family be harmonious and happy. Master, let me share another story, also from the Boston Center. One of the practitioner's son has just graduated from the university, and he is continuing on to get his bachelor's degree, and he has applied to the University of Yale. Everybody knows about the Yale University. This is one of the top universities in the world. And before he went to his GRE test, I offered a lamp at Boston Bodhi Meditation Center, and he told us that on the day of the test, he told us that although he doesn't know how much he scored for his essay, but everything else he got 100%. And his entire family understands that it's all because of Master's protection and blessing, and so they lit another light to show their gratitude. They thought that they would not receive the acceptance letter until this March. However, in December, his son has already received the acceptance letter from Yale University and has waived all tuition fees and also received bursaries. Congratulations! That is fantastic. That's excellent. You really made it. Our Bodhi disciples are fantastic. There are more Bodhi students who has reached their goal, and some who have excelled their goal. They were accepted into even better universities. Let's give two gifts, one to the son and one for the mom. The mom will receive this golden vein silk scarf and a vaja, a small vaja for the son, so that you can wear it like a necklace. I hope I hope that you will bring more benefits to the society. These are very happy, very good sharings. Master, let's hear another sharing from Korea. Dear Master, I am from the Ansan Bodhi Meditation Center in Korea. I have been practicing Bodhi meditation for 6 years. Before getting into Bodhi meditation, because of my upbringing, I have very bad personality. And at that time, I really wanted to get a divorce. But when I started Bodhi meditation after half a year, I don't want to get a divorce anymore. I like my husband more and more, and I don't want to get divorced. At the time, I chanted in front of Master's portrait every day and prostrated. And when my husband saw me do this, he came to the center with me, and he would do it together with me. And he has a lot of good results, and he really likes Master, and he practiced too, and he volunteered at the center too.
当时弟子的心特别的恐慌，心里只是求师父帮弟子，求师父帮弟子，不停地说。那个时候就有一个直觉，告诉弟子就朝那个方向跑。那弟子就跟随这种直觉一直跑，跑出一段距离以后，真的看见孩子被一个大概50多岁的男人
My child was kidnapped in the supermarket, and I was very worried, and I had an inspiration to go into a direction, and I followed my inspiration and just ran in that direction, and I found my child being grabbed by another man. And I am very grateful to Master. And I also pray to Grandmaster to bless me so that I can find a cheap but good apartment. And on the second day, I did. And I also pray to Master so that I can buy a cheaper car. And I did. And so we continue to practice and volunteer at the center, and my husband supported me to do so too. And for all these years, my child is growing up. He's very intelligent and smart, and my husband got a raise almost double. Last year, my father was diagnosed with cancer, and the doctor told us that he cannot do any surgery. And I came to the center, I lit a candle, and I prayed to Master that you can bless my father so that in his last few days he would not be painful. And from diagnosis to my father passing away, he passed away in 90 days. And during this time, he was not even once as painful as the doctor described to me. I know that this is Master's blessing and protection. I have no way to pay my debt to you. I can only volunteer at the center and tell my stories and bring this Dharma to more people so that more people can benefit from this Dharma. I will always keep this heart and follow Master's guidance. I wish that I could meet you one day. Master, I love you. Thank you. I wish you good health and auspiciousness. I am touched by her story. With so many things, her marriage is happy. Her child was kidnapped, and Master gave her inspiration to find her child. Otherwise, it would be so unfortunate. That was very difficult. Look at this blessing. This is saving a life. She talked about so many lucky incidents. She wanted to buy an apartment. She did. She wanted to buy a vehicle. She did. A cheap but good vehicle. Her husband got a raise. And even at the end, just before his father died, the doctor told her that her father can only live for 20 days, and it would be very painful for her father. But through candle lighting and through chanting, her father lived for 90 days. But during this time, he was not painful. This is such a comfort to the children. Master has blessed and protected all 3 generations of her family. Yowen has been a volunteer working as a center, and both her and her husband volunteers as a center. When you do that, you will receive merit too. If you have a chance to volunteer at a truly self-cultivation place, this is a lot of merit. Many people are in pain. They don't have a chance to volunteer or self-cultivate. If you have a chance to volunteer at Bodhi Meditation, it's very good fortune for you. This is the truth from my heart. Some people, after they volunteer for 2 to 3 years, they start to slack off, and trouble starts to come. But you didn't realize that when you have a chance to become a volunteer, it is truly fortunate. If you leave and you come back, you might need to line up for the volunteer position, and it will waste a lot of time. The principle that Master just told us is the truth. When we need help, when we are anxious, when we're in pain, how do we get relieved of these pain, these anxiety, these financial difficulties? We need to accumulate merit in our daily lives. When at a critical time, we need the merit to help us. Today, many people who made sharings, they are all very wise. They use candle lighting. They make sponsors. And also, since last year, since Master started the Treasure Cove series, people supported through sibein.com. They use these tools to protect themselves and their families. When you purchase a treasure, it seems as if you have received a treasure. However, the money that you have spent will give us a chance, give Bodhi Meditation a chance to benefit more people. And in this large platform, your money is being magnified. When your piece of merit is limited, but when this merit is in our merit of C, then your merit is magnified, and it benefited other people, it saved other people's lives, and that's why you have this incredible fortune, you have this incredible luck. Many of the treasures have been bought by some people. Now, ordinary stuff would, an ordinary employee at our organization, they have a dilemma. When they see the treasure being bought by other people, they feel that, oh, there's only one. Why is it sold? And some people will, but you don't know what I am thinking. I know that every treasure has its fate to help someone. When you have this piece of treasure, you have invited auspiciousness into your home. When you have this treasure, you have auspiciousness. When you make a purchase, you are also making a merit. And with the money that you have paid, we can do more charitable work and help more people and benefit more people. Although you have paid a very small amount, say that you have paid $100, but you have received $1 million worth of merits. This year is my 30 years of teaching Dharma. 32 years ago, I had a conclusion of my self-cultivation. And one of the most important conclusions is that I don't want to share my secrets with you. Because this is like a secret. When I chant a mantra, the treasure cove would open. There are so many gold and treasures inside, and I don't want to teach this mantra to you. Why would I teach you this secret channel to wealth and fortune? Because of Buddha's compassion has taught me. So I will teach this method to people who have faith to learn it. So my question is, do you want to listen to it? Do you want to have wealth and fortune? Do you want to live a long life? Do you want to have children? Everyone wants to have these beautiful life. Then just come and cultivate with me. Do all the good deeds and do all the methods I teach you. Everyone who has practiced, who came to Bodhi Meditation, has at least one of their ailments healed. We've seen grandmothers who can run and jump and who can climb a tree. We have seen people who needed to have surgery and have surgery who didn't need it anymore. We have seen people who practice Energy Bagua for 3 months and can now climb a tree. Only at Bodhi Meditation, the treasure that I have learned, there's very few people can compare it with me. I am very confident. If you practice Energy Bagua for 1 month, you will already see results. You will already see good results. It's very effective. When you learn from me, do you want all these beautiful things in life? Yes, that's very simple. Just learn from me. If you want to sell for more buns, more pastries, that's very simple. If you want more wealth, then come and learn from me. And also, follow my guidance and do good deeds for all sentient beings. How much faith do you have? You can make a wish, write it down, and lock it up, and see if it comes true. You don't need to embezzle, you don't need to steal, and it will just come true. Buddha's teachings tells us that we should let go of greed. But we are not monks. Our family needs to live a life. Our children needs to grow up, needs to get married. When you have these merits, these wealth cannot be blocked out of your door. When you need it, you just need to look down on the ground and the gold is already there. Some people who are logical, they will point me and say that this is, you're cheating, you're lying. No, this is who I am. Through self-cultivation, I have transformed and I have witnessed. Although I am not pursuing for wealth, for money, but even when I go to the washroom, I will find money. And I always find money. In the 1980s, there are thousands of people waiting to watch a movie. And in the crowd, there are a couple of 100,000 of Chinese yuan. And there are so many people, but nobody can see it. I asked around, whose money is it? Nobody's. I knew it. I knew that when I go there, I will be able to find that money. Because I know that there is a disaster and I need the money to help the people who are affected by the disaster in Gansu. And there's over 300,000 Chinese dollars. I saved a little money and donated the most. Why did I save a little? Because I need to live too. I need to eat food too. I need to face the world with my true self. If you really want to be wealthy and fortunate, come and cultivate. I know that in the future, more people will come. Do you have the courage? Do you have the fortune to receive the teaching from Buddha? Would it become your career? Would you now do other jobs and just come and learn from me? And whether open a Bodhi Meditation center and benefit other people? Do you have the courage? If you do, then name yourself, email me. That's it. Learn from me for 3 years, 5 years. Or 6 years. If you are smart, if you graduated from university and you are less than 38 years old, I think you just need 3 years. Then you can benefit many beings, many people. There are more and more. I need more and more help as we develop. When you start to do this, when you start to make it your career, you need more people to help you too. When everyone wants good help. Also, there are a lot of good technologies, but more and more people are getting sick. If you work for me for 3 years, like a slave, then 3 years later you will be a general. That's the type of transformation that you can see. Master, there are a lot of people leaving messages, just like, don't leave a comment here. Write me an email. And it's for real. Write me your name, your age, your qualities. If you are learning from me, I will not give you money. And maybe I need you to pay tuition. For someone who's not very intelligent, you might need to learn for 6 years. If you are intelligent, maybe you just need to learn 3 years. However, you have to at least have a high school diploma. Email, this is an email address. I welcome young people. That would be the best. You can learn from me just for a few years, and then you can work for all your life. If you are already 60 and you come and learn from me, then there is very few years left in your life. Many parents are worried about their child finding a job, but there are many positions at Bodhi Meditation, and our disciples are around the world. They go to Paris, they go to France, they go to United States, they go to many places. It all starts from now. You can send me an email already. I don't know when this class will start, but it will definitely start within 3 years. Also, when I think about it, I will do it. And when I do it, I don't change. I don't change my mind. Do you have this quality? You can't change for your life if you haven't grown up yet, if you are immature, if you need to be comforted by your parents, then you need to change. When you come and learn from me, the first thing you need to do is to wash the bathroom, to clean the bathroom. Then you will realize that I am not mannered. I will scold you. You have to pass my test before you can start learning. If you can't pass this test, if you are so fragile, if you are just a piece of soft tofu, you will leave. You need a very strong heart. You need to be like a cockroach, that you have a very strong life. You need to be strong. You need to have strength for your goal. You're not afraid of obstacles and challenges. You need to face your own obstacles. During my self-cultivation at the beginning, I didn't want to help all sentient beings. I just challenged myself. If I'm lazy, I want to overcome this laziness. Many children sleep in when their alarm is sounding and shaking them. I would just use cold water to wake myself up. And even when I'm walking Bagua, I would make myself painful and to enjoy it. I need to cultivate all the shortcomings away, then your heart will be strong. Why is it called a Vajra, a diamond body, a diamond heart? Because no one can change your mind. And that's what a Vajra diamond is. Some people would cry in front of the medicine Buddha and say that this is really what they want to do, but they would run away after 8 years. Some are scared and they run away. Some are greedy and they run away. There are many such people. So Bodhi disciples, if you just look at me, look at what I do, just look at me, and if you have faith, that's enough. No one else is me. I am unique. That's enough. Let's talk about something else. First, let's give a gift to Yu Wen from the Korean Onsen Center. The golden vein silk scarf. May your family be harmonious and happy. How about the gift for your husband and child too? A Vajra for your husband. May your career be smooth sailings. That's very incredible. And a small Vajra for your child, so that you can wear it as a protection, so that all the Dharma protectors will protect you. I know that there are many different types of illnesses, and there are always new illnesses being diagnosed. But one of the illnesses that's constantly occurring is sleeping issues. Sometimes when you are stressed, you can't sleep. There are different types of sleeping issues, and the sleeping issues could torture you. The person beside you is sleeping, but you cannot do anything. You can't fall asleep. And for these people, I have a healing music for you by sounding the singing bowl. It's actually a set of singing bowl. It was recorded in a recording studio in Taiwan. What's it called? Life is a Dream. The healing music is called Life is a Dream. Life is a dream. Everything can be let go. We are all passengers of life. After I heard the music, I fell asleep. I only heard 15 minutes of the music. I never heard the end of the music. I used my fingers to open my eyes so that I can stay awake, but I only lasted for 25 minutes. The music is actually 1 hour long, but I never heard the end of it. So I had to repeat the music every time to listen to the entire music. And accompanying this music, the music video is actually made from a Korean temple, and we filmed it. Our photographers stood in the snow to film this scene, and they filmed for hours and hours, and we used. It's already on YouTube, and you can listen to it on YouTube. If you need to have a good sleep, then you can listen to it. On my YouTube channel, you don't need to worry about ads interrupting the videos. There's no ads. You can relax and listen to all the music, to all the meditation. I hope that you can all have a good sleep and all replenish your energy. So it's already online. When you sleep at night, you can listen to it. It's also available on Facebook. Facebook posts are difficult to find, but it might be easier to find the music video on YouTube. Sometimes it's even difficult for myself to go onto Facebook and find my previous post. I hope everyone who hears Master's healing music will have a sweet dream. So this is the first healing music. The second healing music will be released a few days later. The second piece of healing music is not available yet. And that one is used for healing, for energy healing. And these are all free. You can just go on there and click it to open it. I heard a sharing from Romania. Her name is Adriana. She has been diagnosed with COVID, and her parents has been diagnosed with COVID. Previously, Master has used the singing bowl for healing. And so she sent the links of these previous videos to her families. She had headaches, and after listening to Master singing with the singing bowls, the headaches were gone. And she also participated in online energy healing sessions. And after 3 sessions, she and her family's headaches are all gone. So during the pandemic, I'm very grateful for Master to host so many online live sessions and releasing so many new energy healing music. You have saved many people's lives. Previously in Taiwan, I recorded 2 new pieces of music. So one is to help with your sleep, and the other one, it is a complete energy healing music. The second energy healing music is being is being made, and we might need a few more days to release it. The first healing music for sleep is very simple to make. It's just it's just the view of the Korean temple in the snow. The second piece of music will be a little bit more complex. You can listen to it and you can also watch it at the same time. But for the sleeping music, you can just listen to it. So remember, for the sleeping music, you just need to listen to it. Remember, just listen to it, and you will be well. Just listening is enough. I want to share another good news with all the friends online. It's almost Chinese New Year. During the Chinese New Year, there is another. There is a light offering opportunity. We will gift everyone who made a sponsorship to Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra with a light. This is a great opportunity. When you made the sponsor, you probably didn't realize that you will also get a light offering. And also for everyone who made a purchase of over $800 on cibeiyin.com will also receive a free light offering. Includes Cibei-yin's Asia website and also Cibei-yin's North America website. And this offer continues from Medicine Buddha's birthday offering. So from October 15th to February 26th, for those who made a sponsor to Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra and who made a purchase of over $800 on cibeiyin.com will all receive a light. Thank you, Grandmaster, for your protections and blessing for those who will receive a light. When you made the purchase, you received a treasure. You received the blessings from the treasure and the auspiciousness. But now you will also receive more blessing from Master. When we make a light offering in front of the Buddha, the light will illuminate our future. When you made a purchase on cibeiyin.com, whether it's treasure or any meditation utensils, I'll see it as a sign of good deed and merit. And I am very grateful. When you are kind to me, I will repay with 100 times more. And that's why there's these free light offerings for you. There's only half a year left, and there's only half a month left before the Chinese New Year. And it's very good time to make good deeds, to make sponsorship, to make light offerings for the New Year. When you have a lot of merits, just like the sharings that we have heard, you will receive a lot of blessings. And some of the sponsorship or the treasures are not cheap. However, this time we have lowered each the sponsorship to a much smaller amount, Because in Buddha's perspective, it's important to give every sentient being a chance, especially even for people who have financial difficulties. When they have a chance to make that offering, maybe in the future, one day they will receive a lot of wealth and fortune. We want to be able to help all sentient beings, and the emphasis is on all. We don't want to just have the rich people in our mind. Everyone is the same. Some people write to me privately and ask for my bank account so that they can make an offering. No, I don't need that. You can just make sponsorship like everyone else, and all these sponsorships will be used to benefit all sentient beings. Just like this new healing music, Life is a Dream, it's possible because of your sponsorship. Life as a Dream, this piece of music, will be marketed in over 30 different countries. How many people cannot sleep at night who are bothered by insomnia? And I want to encourage everyone to share this piece of music to your friends, to your families. Many people have insomnia problems. As Master sounds the singing bowl, Master uses his energy, his blessings, and the blessings from the Buddha. That's the most important part. It's beyond words and language. You just listen to it, and everything will be well. Listen to it again and again. If you listen to it as you sleep, it doesn't bother your sleep. It also helps your health. It's beyond words, beyond language, beyond religion. When you listen to it, everything will be well. So I encourage everyone to share it. This is a cause to benefit all sentient beings internationally. When we want to benefit all sentient beings, we need money to do it. This is a very good chance. This is a chance for you to do good deeds and to make merits. For an individual, when we look at the merit one can make, it's very limited. But when we work together, then your merits are magnified, and that's a secret. Just like we said, we want everyone's life to be more successful, to be more beautiful. But how can you get it? You need to ask yourself, how? For what? Do I have that merit? Many people are trying to find a job. That's good, right? But have you thought about it on a higher state of mind? Not only can you make a living, but you can also benefit sentient beings. Benefit yourself, but also benefit other people. You have benefited through self-cultivation, through making good deeds, through making merits. But we also use this method to benefit more sentient beings. Every Bodhi disciple should become a Bodhisattva that helps yourself and help others. There are thousands of Bodhi disciples working at Bodhi Meditation organizations. In the next 5 to 10 years, there will be over 30,000 people who make Bodhi meditation their career, to make helping other people their career. We will open a center in every single European country, and in every state in the U.S. I welcome you to join me, but you need to pass my test. You need to cultivate and learn from me. Master, there is a question someone asked about life as a dream. It's not only available on the Chinese YouTube channel, but also available on the English YouTube channel. If you're an English speaker, you can use a link from the English channel. When you listen to it, it's all the same, but the description will be in English. For people who are in China, the downloading link will be available on our platform for Chinese people. Then you can download it and share it. This is a special measure for. This piece of music has sound, but it doesn't have any language, and it will help you. I welcome everyone to share it so that more people can benefit from it, and that is my goal. Master, there are friends who are asking about sponsorship for Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra. The sponsorship is done on our website, and it's available for everyone, no matter which country you are in. The website is www.yushome.com. Once you
home.com
对，语数 home 对，好，这网友就记住。
All right, so remember this website.
你再重看一遍这个。
If you can remember it, then you can come back to today's live session and find this website. It's very simple to find it. Just search Grandmaster Jin Bodhi on YouTube, and you will be able to find today's session. There is a short video for sponsoring Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra. Let's show everyone the video again. It's very easy to find on YouTube. Can you show the screen to everyone? Some new friends who just joined us, you probably didn't know about Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra. That's okay, we'll post it again later.
对，好，那个我们之后还有更多的作品啊，都是让大家获得利益的啊，获得优。
There are more projects that will be released later on, and it's all to benefit your body and your mind, to benefit all sentient beings. I welcome everyone, especially young people and people who are drawn to compassion, people who want to help others. Be prepared to make it your life career. It will also, let's make an explanation and then we can post it online. There are some of the things you can learn online. You can learn these lessons online. And after learning these lessons, I will give you homework to cultivate. There are many details. If you follow it, then you can learn at home. But at the most critical time, then I need to teach you in person. But most of the lessons and homeworks can be done at home.
好，那我们那个今天的这个
All right, that's all for today's live broadcast. All right, that's all for today. I wish everyone happiness and good health. May you live a long time. May all your wish come true. And remember, you need to cultivate every day. Remember to practice the Energy Bagua Aerobic exercise every two times every day. And practice Energy Bagua 2 times every day. Walk Energy Bagua for 2 hours every day, then you will be very healthy. All right, our next live session, when is it?
不是杂货铺的话，还有什么好讲的呀？
哇，上次还没讲完，还未完待续嘛。
Yin wants Master to continue to talk about my treasure code for the next live session. Last time we talked about gilt bronze Buddha sculptures in Northern Wei and Northern Qi dynasty, but we haven't talked about anything else after that. Yes, I do remember it. In the previous live broadcast session, there was 2 gilt bronze miniature Buddha sculptures here. All right, so in North America, in Vancouver, Pacific time, January 30th, Saturday, 6 p.m. And for Asia, Taipei time, January 31st, Sunday, 10 a.m. in the morning. All right. I welcome you to join me in my treasure cove. Thank you. See you next time.
我与您相遇，小小的红点里，人生就此欢喜。我快乐了，我健康了，我幸福了，我美丽了。在茫茫人海之中，让我与你相遇。小小的红点里，人生变得神奇。我智慧了，我宽容了，我慈悲了，我自在了。因为有了你，生命变得更坚定，不忧忧无虑。因为有了你，日子不再有哭泣，不再有恐惧。我快乐了，我健康了，我幸福了，我美丽了。在茫茫人海之中，让我与你相遇。小小的红点里，人生就此欢喜。我快乐了，我健康了，我幸福了，我美丽了。在茫茫人海之中，让我与您相遇。小小的红点里，人生变得神奇。我智慧了，我宽容了，我慈悲了，我自在了。因为有了你，了解生命的真理，修行的意义。因为有了你，日子犹如彩虹般。